mentioned Psalm 77 as an example of how we can bring our anxiety to God. It's a good biblical model, a pattern for us to follow. What are some other biblical texts that you would point somebody to who's wrestling with anxiety and fear? What are some other places you would say these are great places to go to find really an answer, but also someone you can relate to in the scriptures?
Yeah, I would say the two places to go are wisdom literature and prophetic literature. So wisdom literature in the Old Testament, you have places like Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes. You're going to see a lot of things there, Lamentations. In the New Testament, I believe the book of James. I heard somebody recently refer to the book of James as the wisdom literature of the New Testament. It's proverbial in nature often. A lot of the things that it gives us there is in most situations, this is the angle we want to take here, but then it gives us generalities, and it says pursue these generalities. I think that those are there because who they're written to and how they're written. But I would say this, I don't know of a book in the Bible that was not written from a place of suffering or to a place of suffering.
It's big.
Over and over again, we see them saying that. Like, we are sojourners and aliens. Like, our home is in heaven. It is not here. We are awaiting something we have not taken hold of yet. So reading all of Scripture through that lens and realizing that no matter how it's been framed for you before, maybe you grew up in a church where it was always songs in a major key and never a minor key, and everything was always happy and clappy and smiles on your face. And no matter what was going on in the world around you, you never lamented anything. Yeah. It wasn't okay to be broken. You didn't weep over sin or brokenness in the world. I'd say, you know what? You might not have been helped as much. Now, you may have just missed every Sunday that happened. Right. But I would say realizing that the Scriptures give us all the gambit of the emotions. And God does that for a reason, because He loves us and He knows us and He made us. So diving in there, and then I would say specifically, go to the Psalms and read the headings. We often think that because the headings aren't, they're not inspired, often added later, but they give us an inkling of what the posture was or what the angle was. So read those, and as you do, you'll realize this was happening when David was running from Saul. Read that. He's in trouble. This is when this situation was happening. Read that. It's going to be applicable to your situation.
Absolutely.